Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to May. So, I mean, with everything going on in Capricorn right now, it's been, it's almost like, what next? You know, um, you guys have done a really good job of getting through these transits, but I know that by the time that Saturn moves out of your sign and into Aquarius, which Saturn also rules Aquarius, so they're kind of going through it right now as well. But by the time that happens, by the time Saturn moves into Aquarius, it's going to feel so much lighter. Even though Saturn rules Capricorn, it's still not an easy transit for you guys to go through because the South Node is there this year. And Saturn moves out of Capricorn next May. I believe it's May of 2020. Excuse me. Still getting well. I've had walking pneumonia. If you didn't see the update, I've had walking pneumonia. And it takes a really long time to heal from that. So I'm still trying to get through that. That's why everything is late. And I appreciate everybody's patience with this. But back to your reading. These two cards that fell out are really, really profound. And I know that you guys have been going through it. I know it hasn't been an easy transition. Pluto is really changing things in your life. Now everything is retrograde. And now these planets and these energies are asking you, especially with the South Node in Capricorn until next May as well. All of these energies are asking you to reevaluate, reassess, redo all of, look at all of the things that you have been going through and doing and allowing in your life for the last couple of years. Now we have Pluto and Saturn retrogrades every year. There's no difference, but because the South Node deals with karma, we've had this discussion before. You guys have a lot of very karmic activity that's been happening, and we all have to deal with this in some way, shape, or form, but it's almost like you guys have the cart on your back and you're having to carry everyone. And now it's time to release all of that. These retrogrades are allowing you to reassess. So these two cards, so profound of what's happening with you right now. We have the Tower and we have the World. Now, these two cards clearly demonstrate that you're coming to the end of a cycle. I feel like these Tower moments, maybe you're still going through them. What is a Tower moment? It can be the universe wiping everything out of your life so that you can rebuild. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. It can be something very uncomfortable. It can be a relationship that's ending. It can be that you're having to move. It could be that you're losing your job and you're having to get a new job. It doesn't have to be total destruction, mass destruction, but it can be something that's very uncomfortable that's asking you to shift. The universe is course correction. The Tower is course correction. It's the universe, getting you back on track of where you're supposed to be going. The World is the ending of cycles. It's the ending of doing something over and over and over again, expecting a different result. It's the ending of relationship. This is very much an evolution process that you're going through. And May not be the most comfortable month for you to get through. A lot of signs Virgo got the Tower. It may not be the best month of the year, but it's necessary. Nobody said that life was easy. I don't know why everybody wants it to be. Nobody said it, because if life were easy and everything just kind of fell into place, what's the point? How boring would that be if everything was just easy? If you just got everything all the time that you wanted? That's so boring. Who would want that? I mean, I'm sure some people would. So, so profound. You're reading, and I know, and I really wish that I would have been able to do it earlier. But I don't think that you would have understood how good, like that this is actually good for you, that this energy is actually really good for you and not something that should be holding you back. I don't think you would have understood that before May. I don't think you would have understood that before Saturn and Pluto went retrograde. They actually went retrograde at the end of April, but we had to get used to the energy of it. We had to get used to what it's going to bring into our lives. And now that you're finally recognizing that there are some emotional things that you've had to hold, that you've been holding on to, Eight of Cups, might have to do with, that's tied to your soul family, right? Three of Cups, and then we have Judgment. Karma, 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 karma. Judgment's all about karma. Judgment is about the reset. Judgment is about the universe saying it's time for you to move. You cannot exist in this space that you've been in, because if you block this forward movement, if you block this forward direction, it's one thing to have healthy boundaries, right? The Seven of Wands represents healthy boundaries. It's one thing to have healthy boundaries when you're moving in a new direction. It's another thing to block things from happening entirely. And sometimes when you get into a position of, no, I'm just going to stay right here and I'm not going to move because it's too uncomfortable to move. It hurts too much. It's too painful. So this Eight of Wands, I don't want you to block that movement forward. And the only way you're going to block it is if you don't let these cycles end. If you sit in this Tower energy and you're like, well, I guess I'm just going to be uncomfortable. This is all about growth and expansion and course correction and allowing yourself to not stay in the same lifestyle that you've been in over and over and over again because it looks really pretty on the outside. Earth signs feel comfortable when things look nice and neat on the outside, right? In the 3D form. But if they're not nice and neat on the inside, then what's the point of things being nice and neat on the outside? Right? Makes sense. All right, let's see what this Tower energy is. If you haven't gone through it already, you'll be going through it. Now, this could have to do with a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Tower is Scorpio energy. Pluto, right? Pluto energy. Pluto is all about change and transition. This could be the ending of a relationship with a water sign. It could just be you being extremely emotional because of endings. Because this Tower energy is ending. Let's see what the World is. Oh, yes. See? Coming to the end of cycles from the past. So we have, to clarify the World, we have the Devil and the Six of Cups. This is clear as day, Capricorn. You are ending cycles from the past that you've been repeating over and over and over again, and they're no longer serving you. And every time you go through the cycle, it's almost deja vu type feeling. Like, holy crap, I've done this. I did this at the same time last year. I did this at this same time last year. So why am I doing it again? Yes, I may be in a different location. Yes, I may be in a different time zone. Yes, I may be in a different house. Yes, I may be in a different job, but it feels eerily similar. When you go through those, it's because you haven't learned the lesson yet. When the energy feels the same and you can't get off the Ferris wheel, you can't get off the merry-go-round, it's just going over and over and over again, that's when it's time to walk away. That's when you shift the energy. That's when you allow the karma to stop. So you are literally completing a cycle in your life, and it doesn't feel like it's 100% comfortable. And I do feel like this King of Cups could represent some of you where it's extremely emotional. Some of you might have some water placements in your chart, and you're seeing, and it could be stuff from your childhood. It could be stuff from a past life that you're feeling and completing. You have to allow those motions. The Eight of Cups for me is a journey of self-discovery. So allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to be vulnerable, giving yourself permission. And this is what we talk about on my one-on-one coaching alignment session. So if you feel like you've got blockages, if you feel like you're stuck in a cycle of over and over and over again and you can't quite get moving forward, this is what we talk about. If you're interested in that, the information is on my website, fearlessintuition.net. I am scheduling those for May, even though I'm not doing like regular personal readings. I am scheduling the one-on-one alignments, and I'm doing emergency readings. Oh, plus I should show you my shirt I'm wearing. This is your daily love nudge. I wanted to wear this specifically for you guys because you need a lot of love right now. And you need a lot of love moving forward. Like, this is your daily love nudge, pushing you forward. This 8 of Cups is about finding yourself and giving yourself permission to do it. And giving yourself permission to leave things behind. You could be leaving a Taurus energy behind. You could be leaving societal standards behind. Maybe you're leaving a marriage behind. Maybe you're recognizing that you have been in a toxic environment and it's a toxic marriage for far too long and you don't want to do that anymore. Whatever it is that is in your existence that you're having to leave behind, yeah, it's not going to be easy. It never really is. When you are so connected to something in your life, it's not going to be easy to leave things behind, but it's worth it. And once you allow yourself to do it, once you allow yourself to push forward, move forward in a new way, in a new direction, celebrations can happen. You can find your soul group. I do feel like you're being backed up. I do feel like there are people in your existence that are cheering you on. Sorry, my eye just started like being funky all of a sudden. This 3 of Cups. I do feel like, yes, we can call it a third-party situation. Let's clarify it first before we call it anything but what I feel like it is that you actually have people backing you up. Oh, this could be a third-party situation for some of you that you're stuck in. 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, something you feel like you've been fighting for a while. There are too many people involved in the party. And that 9 of Wands is like, man, I'm just tired of fighting this, and it's time for me to walk away. This could also be that you're just tired of like you feel like you have been existing in a world that doesn't have that soul group in it, that doesn't have that tribe feeling. And you want to fight for that. You want to have that in your life. You want to have that in your existence. However that's going to resonate with you. But I think that there's a lot of blockage here. The reason why you're not able to find those people in your life is that you have walls up. And the reason why you have walls up is because somebody in your existence was very unstable or making you very unstable. And the only way for you to pull those walls down is if you allow yourself to feel through it. Sorry, my nose. You allow yourself to feel through it and push through it and be in an existence where the energy is flowing and it's not stagnant. Because when you stay in a cycle of your own doing, like you have to take accountability, you have to be culpable of your own actions, right? But you're the one that's able to push through. You're the one that's able to heal all of this if you allow yourself to. But when you stay in a cycle of your own doing over and over and over again, and you don't push through, that's where the energy gets stuck. You can't move forward. You can't be aligned to a future if you're not aligned to the present. So you really have to allow yourself and give yourself permission without shame and guilt and hurt and pain. We've talked about this before. And the reason why we keep talking about it is because you guys keep putting yourself in the position of not letting go. Some of you might be moving forward fairly easily and it's still really painful, and that's great. But some of you, the majority of you, you're resisting. And the reason why earth signs resist change is because we don't like change. I don't care if you're cardinal or like even mutable Virgo. We don't like change. What happens when earth moves? There's an earthquake, right? So allowing yourself to give yourself permission to go in a different direction, regardless of the circumstances. Because some of the time, sometimes we don't go in different directions because we don't want to hurt other people that are in our lives, right? We're trying to shield. We're trying to shield other people. But the universe is telling you right now that you deserve more and you want more. And it's time to give yourself more. We have the Page of Cups here with Judgment. And the Page of Cups for me is like feeling that sense of lack. Could I just get a little bit more in my life? Like, it doesn't even have to be much. I'm not even asking for much. Could I just get a little bit? Right? But if you're that Page of Cups and you're in this cycle and you're not getting more and you're not getting more and you're not getting more, the universe is telling you it's time. That's why the Tower came out. It's time to change directions. It's time for you to get more. And the energy can shift really, really fast if you let it. 8 of Wands. The energy can shift really, really fast if you let it, but if you, and that's using healthy boundaries, right? Don't block yourself. There you are. The King of Pentacles on the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Don't block yourself from that movement forward. You get to be in charge of it. By putting up your healthy boundaries and healing yourself and giving yourself permission you can do just about anything right now. So we have the Emperor and the Magician. Look, what did I just say? Giving yourself the control and the permission, you can do just about anything right now. Right? And we have the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. And the Hermit. So there might be a Virgo that is like of soulmate quality. I feel like there has been a struggle to get to victory for you, but you're close, right? And there could be a Virgo that is of soulmate quality that's helping you shift this energy. We have the Hermit, the 2 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Are you being honest with yourself about that relationship? Page of Swords and the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini also that's sort of acting a little bit shady and childish. I feel like if you, because I feel like this water sign is something that is somebody you need to walk away from. It doesn't have to be a water sign. It could just be somebody who you're very emotionally attached to and you haven't been letting yourself walk. It could be you. You're like overly attached to the outcome, the destination, the place that you're supposed to be. It isn't even a destination. It's a journey that we're on. The destination is an illusion. It's not even real. It doesn't even exist. A destination does not exist. But the harder we try and hold out for it, the harder it is to get there. If you are the one that is the third person in a third party, it's time to remove yourself from that. It's time for you to get honest. If there's a very, very strong connection with either an air sign or a Virgo, that's shifting the energy for you. That's moving you. That person is moving you in a new direction. And above all, Capricorn, don't fight the wins. Even if they're small wins, they're still wins. If you allow yourself to sit in a misery state of mind because you're not getting the big, huge, gigantic wins, all the little small wins add up to the big wins. And that's what you have to keep remembering. That's what you have to remind yourself of. Even the small wins add up to the big wins. Please be patient with yourself And again, if there's a Scorpio or an air sign that you're having to deal with, patience is of the utmost, please, because they're not doing very well either. In fact, I think that they might be a little bit angry, and probably it's almost like they don't even want to hear it. Okay? But first and foremost, it's all about focusing on yourself. It's focusing about the opportunities that are coming in and not focusing about the past. The more you focus yourself on the past, the less you're going to see the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is here from the universe offering you a gift. But that Five of Cups is saying the more you focus on the things you've lost, you're going to totally miss out on the things that you're gaining. So you got to push yourself forward. You have to push yourself forward. The only way that you can do that is if you allow yourself to emotionally walk away from the things that are no longer serving you. And maybe that's societal standards that you're holding on to. Maybe it's, again, maybe it's a relationship. And let the people that are here that are not toxic, the ones that are not toxic for you, I feel like if it's an earth sign, they're not toxic for, well, if it's a Virgo, they're not toxic. If it's a Taurus, they might be somebody that you need to walk away from. The water sign feels like somebody you need to walk away from. The air sign seems a little bit volatile as well. All in all, the healthy boundaries that you set in May are going to define how the rest of your year goes. Because you're dealing with a lot of karmic activity. Again, it is all about karma. And because Pluto and Saturn are in retrograde, it's about the karma that we have already gone through, but now we're having to reevaluate. And there may be some things that come up that you've already dealt with. Again, it's like deja vu. Man, I've already been here. I've been here before. Why am I doing this again? Well, because the first time it was not cleared. The karma wasn't cleared. And there's good karma and bad karma. I feel like once you clear out your bad karma and you release the old toxic energies, you're going to be good for the good karma. If you need some help releasing toxic energies from your life, information is on my website for the alignment sessions. I also do long distance Reiki sessions. I am a Reiki master, and I'm doing the emergency readings. And it's not easy. This time of the year is not easy for you guys right now, but it's so worth it because there are wins in the middle of everything. Even if they're small wins, they are still wins. You can still have a victory. You just have to focus on where the victory is. Permission to move forward. Permission to move forward. I love you guys. Thank you for your patience again, and I will see you really soon. Bye.